What's good, everybody? It's your boy Amalus here. I just finished ranking the PvP ladder. It was a little frustrating this time around, but I will give you guys some insights. This is the final reward. You get your Halvantic saddle with the Ace Disc reskinned Halvantic. It's actually pretty nice. I like the coloring scheme on it. I'm probably not going to use it for PvP. However, I usually run a very nimble with aggressive. That's the one that I got with my Ace Disc. But I also did the pitch black very nimble as well, and a very brawny to run spec boots if I ever get the chance with the expert, the other disc. Okay, now I'm gonna give you guys a couple of little insights on what you can do for PvP this season, right? So one of the recommendations is I climbed the ladder with this set here. It's a Thunderstorms team, right? Plasmoth is a must for canceling out a lot of the extended rain, fire, fog, and it's very good overall for stopping stuff like Stratosphere, right? Now this Banfino, I actually want to give credit to Kilson. He's the one that gave me the idea for it. It basically, I rallied it in 2022, but I saw in the video he was using this particular set with Spec Goggles, Tsunami, Nature's Force, Frostbeam. I added Slap Down. You can have Baffle or some other support move in there if you want. But it's really good this season because you ignore Luminami's restrictive armor and shield, and you just shred right through it. And he can't flash and flee. He has to basically take chip on something else. Now, Malawax is also good this season simply because there's a lot of barb setters, and it's so bulky that if you click Incinerate and get rid of your fire typing, you can then resist all the stuff or get hit neutral by stuff that gets hit by fire is usually weak to. Hoobaloo is actually really good because of the bugs are making a comeback this meta with a lot of Parasitize and Vital Jab. Hoobaloo actually prevents them from using that move. And Burn Up is there just to get rid of barbs from Wobelisk and Gargolem, and they can't drive and force you out. So overall, click Incinerate, get rid of your fire typing, so your weakness to water, air goes away, and earth, so you can tank a lot of stuff. For example, at that bulkiness, you can live an Undermine from a Borealis or Earthquake from Himber and Tyrex. Ran is good if you're predicting a Lumi, and then you would hit Hoobaloo right after that, so when he flash and flees out, he chips you less, and the Hoobaloo prevents him from getting any Power Napper. Power Napper is disabled by Hoobaloo. It's really good. I would recommend using this. You can swap out Burn Up for Gamma Pulse if you have other barb removal. Next up is this Doku set. Now this one was rallied by Kelton Cash, another YouTuber. He did a really good job on this one. This personality is great for living range attacks, and just look at the stats on this thing, right? 124 KOs, and my damage is 30k. That's how you know this Loomian is reliable. It's one of my most relied upon Loomians. I wouldn't ever do PvP without a SA Dokumori. Now, back to the other parts of the set. Chienta, I don't really get to use it because, unfortunately, Luminami is still meta. When they remove Frostbeam and Mega Chomp from its move slots, then I'll be able to play Chienta a little bit more. But this one is mesmerizing to stop the priority spam. So any of the new bug priority move, the counter stance, quick punch, spike rush, all that stuff gets canceled. Tyrex was a game changer for me. When I added it to this set, it actually started doing really good with quicksand, trapping in stuff that wanted to bait swap me, so they had to stay in. So I had a Phage not come in, it got quicksanded, he couldn't bounce back out, and then I just outsped and did Quake. Now Plasmoth, what enables overclocking, so make sure you have a Thunder Summon one. I would recommend using Provoke to stop something like a Ferroglyph and a Dusket from setting up. Then you can zip zap out into whatever your counter is. And finally, going back to this Tyrex, once it gets that 7 turns of Thunderstorms, it goes crazy. Lumella I've kind of been using. The reason I use this is there's a lot of Akyloses this meta, and it really walls Akylos, it walls Garlash, it walls Tyrex. Anything that has Power Jaw or any type of chomping moves, I always bring it. And I drop Barbs for Blind Spat Batter because Venusaur is a little bit annoying with it resisting water and toxic. So if I predict Venusaur coming in to soak a hit, I just click blind spot batter and I get it to about, it loses about 40% health. So it's not a bad trade out. You know, would I rather get chip with barbs? Yes, but Venusaur is prevalent in the meta, and I like to be able to sneak up on stuff. A lot of ancient Loomians in the meta. And make sure you get a bulky Malawax. I know a lot of people run the Nimble variant, but again, if you want to be able to live a Yearsol, add a Spec Pearl, and then you can hit it with Spec Burst if that's what you need to counter. But overall, this is a great Loomian. It really breaks Gargolems. It breaks anything it wants to swap in. With Rant and a +1, Lumi gets 2 shots, so it doesn't want to swap back in. You can predict and hit whatever comes out. Anyways, hope you guys liked the video. See you again next season.
If you beat me out my 37 wins, that's great. I got a couple of people catching up.